You're about to make a trade. Which you do you listen to? Is it get optioning those options? Or let's do a little research. Learn more at finra.org/tradesmart.
Tonight on NBC, Jimmy Fallon and Bozeman St. John host the incredible new competition show.
I hired 10 creatives from all walks of life. They will be battling it out to see who can impress the world's biggest brands.
This is a huge opportunity.
This is the battle for the next big idea.
This is not play.
We're spending millions of dollars.
I'm so excited to embark on this adventure with all of you.
May the best idea win!
On Brand with Jimmy Fallon, tonight on NBC.
From San Diego, California, this is the Frug Life podcast, the show that teaches you how to save, invest, and earn money. Here's the host, Mr. Frugal himself, Ricky Hershey.
Welcome to the Frug Life. I recently got a free Audible subscription. And actually it wasn't free, it was $1 a month. So for the past 3 months, I've been listening to a lot of Audible. Specifically, I've been listening to a lot of books about money. And so today I want to share with you the secret of wealth. Some people that talk about the secret of wealth have a lot of build-up before they talk about it. And I guess, in a way, I'm doing that too. If you look at the book, Think and Grow Rich, for example, it continuously talks about this secret, the secret principle that the wealthy know and that you don't. And that if you knew the secret, you could become wealthy too. And within Think and Grow Rich, that principle is pretty simple. Think and Grow Rich is all about manifesting success. That if you think something in your mind, you can make it happen. Thankfully, I'm not here to tell you that. After all, if you've watched any of my materials before, I don't think the title Think and Grow Rich is a very good one. I think a better book and better title would be Do and Grow Rich. And I think this is the principle that Brian Tracy covers better in his wealth building classes and material. So I will assert to you that the secret to wealth is not just thinking about wealth. In fact, idly thinking about money and how you want money is not a productive thought at all. Instead, you need to build something of value that people will pay you money for. That can take many forms. If people really like their content, they will go out of their way to seek it. If you are a service provider and you provide a quality service, people again will go out and seek it. Or if you are a product provider, if you are a farmer, and you provide a quality food item, again, people will seek it out and purchase it from you. Although maybe that's not entirely true. You can have the best product in the world, and if nobody knows about it, nobody will seek it out and buy it. So it's not just enough to think about things. It's not just enough to make things and not tell anyone about it. You have to have this trifecta of things. You need to make something great, and you need to get it in front of the right people. And apparently there's some other third element that I did not write about because I wrote trifecta, but there's some other third magic element maybe. Now all of that was about starting a business and whatnot, but these principles actually apply to your professional life as well, even if you aren't a business owner. As an employee, you are a service provider. You provide services to your employer, and you are compensated according to those services. If you provide high-value services to your employer, they will pay you more for it. And if they don't pay you more for it, you can seek other employment at another employer who values those services more and who will pay you more for them. Good companies will give raises to the people that provide value. I think this is the start to wealth building. In any case, in order to build wealth, I think you generally need active income to support your future endeavors. The money you make from selling or providing services is the starting point to wealth building. You need some money to get started. That said, you can only work so many hours a day and you can only sell so many things. So what will help elevate your wealth building experience further is by investing, which also is providing value in another way. It's providing value in the form of capital. I think this example is easier if we think about an initial equity offering. Let's say you're providing money directly to a company, and in turn that company uses that money to buy equipment and manufacturing facilities. They then use those facilities and equipment to produce something that provides value. That money you gave them gives them the ability to buy things, and that produces value. Now let's say instead you're buying this on the stock market and it's not going to the company. Instead, it is going to another holder of that stock. Well, the people that provided that initial funding did so with the expectation that they'd be able to sell that stock in the future. And so in a sense, it's all part of the same ecosystem. You're still facilitating that process, that equipment purchase, because you are providing those initial funders money for their efforts, and therefore helping this system. After all, money doesn't disappear. The money that you give to an investor can be redeployed for some other purpose. Now, how should you invest your money? I've also been studying Warren Buffett recently and how he accumulated his wealth. That's another episode of the show that I've already recorded. Interestingly enough, the way Warren Buffett invested is not the way that he recommends that you should invest. Warren Buffett's public advice to most people is to just buy index funds, which I think is a very good strategy. If you buy low-cost index funds, you can generally track or perform as well as the market, which is good. Achieving market returns is good. Interestingly, though, the way Warren Buffett started his investing career was to really expose himself into a handful of stocks that he really went all in on. Some of those stocks include Berkshire Hathaway, which later became the name of Warren Buffett's company, I guess, main company. But he also invested heavily in American Express and Coca-Cola. He had very concentrated positions in both at one point. Let me stop talking about Warren Buffett, though, for a bit, because again, that's a topic for last week's episode. The last principle of wealth building I want to talk about is saving money. If you make a lot of money, that is good. And in order to invest a lot of money, you need to keep some of that money. You can't just spend all of your money and expect it to grow. This is somewhat contrary to advice from people like Grant Cardone. Grant seems to really like to spend money and then just make more money later, which maybe will work for you. But you know, I am Mr. Frug, and I think you're often better served spending less money and investing more money. Some people like Grant Cardone might say I have a bad mindset, that I need to have a bigger growth mindset. And perhaps they're right. Perhaps this is why the show is where it is right now. I struggle with making more money, and I struggle in my other little businesses like Leafbound Review. I think it's easier to control your spending, and so I control my spending, and I have difficulty growing my revenue. Now, did you notice something about the topics I covered in The Secrets to Wealth? In a sense, it is the very premise of the show, The Frug Life. Here I teach you how to earn more money, invest your money, and save money. So really, said another way, the Frug Life is the secret to wealth. So great job. Welcome here. You're participating in the secret to wealth right now. Okay, I'm being a little silly, but I think the point stands. Now, this episode, of course, has been rather high level. Keep tuning in and I'll cover each aspect of this in more detail. I also considered a book on this topic, but it got a little too expansive. Instead, I've written another book, though, called Your Money Journey. It's available for free for a limited time right now. I'll give a link in the show notes. If that offer is gone, there's going to be a link to Amazon where you can buy the book. Anyways, thanks for listening to today's episode. I hope you enjoyed The Secret of Wealth. See you next time, and as always, stay frugal.
And Doug.
Here we have the Limu Emu in its natural habitat, helping people customize their car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. Fascinating. It's accompanied by his natural ally, Doug.
Limu, is that guy with the binoculars watching us?
Cut the camera. They see us.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.